Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. In 1972, CBS launched a TV series that would go on to be one of the most popular TV series of all time, MASH. It would be on air for 11 seasons, and during that run, there would be several recurring characters who would become loved by the fans of the show. In this video, I am taking a look at one of those characters, Dr. Sidney Freedman, played by Allan Arbus. In his early life, Allan Arbus was just getting started with a career in photography with his wife, Diane Arbus, when he left to serve as a photographer in the Army Signal Corps in Burma during World War II. Now, when he was discharged in 1946, he and Diane established a studio in New York on West 54th Street for fashion photography and would soon be supplying photographs to magazines such as Glamour and Vogue. By the late 1960s, not only would Allan and Diane's professional partnership end, but they would be divorced as well. Allan would decide to pursue a new career and become an actor. His first breakout role was perhaps the 1972 cult film Greaser's Palace, in which he plays Jesse, a man with amnesia who heals the sick, resurrects the dead, and tap dances on water in the American frontier. And yes, folks, that is Hervé Villechaize as Mr. Spatunia. Arbus would make his first appearance on MASH in the second season in an episode called Radar's Report. Now, interestingly enough, with that first appearance, his name would be Major Milton Freedman. However, all other appearances throughout the series would see him going by the name of Sidney Freedman. In that episode, Frank Burns and Margaret Houlihan force Colonel Blake to have Klinger evaluated to see if indeed he is truly crazy. Colonel Blake brings in Army Psychiatrist Dr. Freedman, who interviews Klinger and tells him that although he believes him to be sane, he is willing to grant him a Section 8 discharge if he will sign a report confirming that he is a transvestite and a homosexual. Now, Klinger insists that he's neither and refuses to sign, so Freedman files a report saying that Klinger is sane. Arbus would appear in a total of 12 episodes throughout the 11 years that MASH was on the air, including the final episode called Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. Now, perhaps my favorite episode that Arbus appears in is from the 5th season and is called Dear Sigmund. In that episode, Sidney Freedman writes a letter to Sigmund Freud talking about the antics of the various members of the MASH unit and trying to analyze them as he goes. There was something about Arbus's portrayal of psychiatrist Sidney Freedman that was just so believable. Alan Alda, who played Hawkeye, recalled Mr. Arbus as a very believable therapist. Freedman could treat the psychological wounds of one in pain with as much expertise as Captain Hawkeye Pierce treated patients in surgery. Alda would later state about Arbus's portrayal of Freedman that he was so convinced that he was a psychiatrist that he used to sit and talk with him between scenes. After a couple of months of that, Alda noticed that Arbus was giving him these strange looks like, how would I know the answer to that? Allan Arbus would continue acting in film and television through the year 2000, at which time he would retire from acting. He would pass away in 2013 from congestive heart failure at the age of 95. Now, here's a picture with many of the cast members from MASH accepting the Impact Award at the TV Land Awards show in 2009. And I think it's so cool to see that Allan Arbus was on stage with many of the cast regulars at this award show. I look forward to hearing from you. What are your favorite memories of Arbus's appearance on MASH as Dr. Freedman? Also, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel where I discuss pop culture from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and beyond. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and have a great day.